Like, we need to do some work for that today. Alright, that's peace. Great rising. Great rising, hold on. Alright, let's get it. Great rising. Almost didn't make it. Okay? I know I said it all the time. And I always make it. Great rising, beautiful. Happy solar return. Don't get up, okay? Yeah. We went down way too late for you to play with me today. Great rising. Great rising. Hold on, let me see if I can do something about this edge right quick. How y'all doing though? Great rising. Great rising. Yeah, I'm gonna do something about that today. Probably not. Great rising. Great rising. About to get this, we about to get our sacred woman on. Yeah, we about to get our sacred woman on. How y'all doing though? Y'all alright? Cool. Today is say solar return. Right? Ooh. Yeah, we stayed up late. Pretending to be grown people and shit. Yeah. I take better naps during the day. I sleep better in the day. So, I don't like to sleep so much at night. It was peace to have him up with me. To celebrate him. Yeah. Yeah. And it was dope to give him a birthday gift not on live. Since we do so much on live, like, I wanted the first birthday to have something personal. So that was peace too. To my birthday head. I did that too. Yeah, we know how we do. Yeah, I know how we do. Great rising. Great rising. Alright. If y'all see little fleckets and shit falling from my hair, it ain't that my hair is dirty. It's that, you can see my thoughts crystallizing. Great rising. Great rising. Alright, yeah, he gonna see the comments. I'll tell him y'all said happy solar return. But babe, if you listening, your family is telling you they love you and happy birthday, happy Earth Day, happy solar return.
Great. I appreciate it. Peace and love, thank you.
He said peace and love. He appreciated it and thank you. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna stop doing that to my hair and get y'all together. That bad was looking, this side was looking bad. like the girls say, look like a cat sucked on your hair. Okay. Alright, great rising. I love you too, Adrian. I love you too. Alright, I'm that's hot. Ooh, that's hot. And that's all ginger too. That hit the back of my neck. Hot, all ginger. Okay. So first things first, let's go ahead and get our affirmation out of the way. Great rising. Alright, here we go. I am a distinctive, beautiful flower and a healing herb with a heart, a mind, breasts, buttocks, and the womb. I come with sacred earth medicine to heal myself. Alright, great rising. Great rising. Okay. So, in case you don't know, sacred woman, Queen of Four, copyright 2000. Queen of Four, Helen O. Robinson. Damn, you know what? I keep holding up this raggedy ass book. Hold on 1 second. Can't see my cover anymore. Alright, so here we go. Okay. There we go. And oh, that's a lot better. Sacred Woman. Queen of Four. A guide to healing the feminine body, mind, and spirit. Yeah, when you listen to healers or teachers talk about healing, try to be mindful to see what they naturally put first. If they put body, mind, or spirit first when they name the three. Or spirit, soul. Listen for the small interchanges. So, you know, kind of like an ingredient listing. You know what I mean? You'll know which one is the most of it by the order they present it in. So, that's peace. Sacred Woman, Queen of Four. Remember now, we're just days away. I guess at some point today we'll probably be able to talk about a date. Yeah, I got one in mind, but knowing my 9, this could easily start on the 9th of the month. But knowing my 9, this could easily start day 1 or 9/9. I don't know. Listen, just be prepared. We got some orders. We still got some books left. Come on, brothers. Come on. Come through. Man, Heal Thyself. Another Queen of Four book. Again, this is much shorter, so you need them both to get full speed ahead. But we'll be doing it together. So, like I say, get what you can and come on to the table. All right, here we go. Picking up on page 51. Let's see. Have you ever had a womb crisis? Your parents, or you ever ask your womb to tell her version? Okay. All right. So as you develop, I believe we covered this yesterday. I'm gonna make sure we did by covering it one more time. Okay. And no, I've been through this. I'm not trying to send you to a sunken place. I'm trying to get my herbal teas on. I'm hoping you sipping yours too. Matter of fact, let's do a pop quiz, something. Let's do a pop quiz or something, or Back to You Bob or something. Raise your hand if you got some tea right now and I can Back to You Bob. Let me be clear what Back to You Bob is, in case you new around here. If you watch the news today, be like, Back to You Bob. That's what this is. Back to You Bob means I invite you to the live broadcast. I hit a button and then the world can see you and I speaking to one another. Your picture will pop up in the little corner right there, just like Bob's picture would. So, some of you are, your phone can Back to You Bob. Since anybody here who's sipping tea that would like a chance to win, because if you can show me you sipping your hot tea, don't try to goddamn FaceTime me with no motherfucking cold cup. I gotta see some heat coming off that thing. Yeah, but if you got a hot cup, raise your hand and let's Back to You Bob. Please, don't all at once. Don't make me call you the big bonnet bitches. You know how I feel about the big bonnet bitches. The fat ones that just roll out of bed to say they getting some healing. You ain't getting no healing. You just roll out the bed. You just big and bottomed it all. You just rolled over to get the Facebook phone. To get the phone to just Facebook. You just rolled over. Alright, I love you though. I was a big body bitch for a long time. Swear to God, I used to buy a yoga DVD. Straight the fuck up. Had bought P90X, and before I ever used that bitch, damn 90 days, before I used it for 9 minutes, I did a preview for about 90 seconds in which I ate some Fruity Pebbles while I watched. That used to be my shit right there. When you buy a workout DVD, kind of like a porn or anything else, you want to watch that motherfucker from beginning to end to make sure everything's copacetic. No, just me. Okay, so Nas, I'm about to hit back to you, Bob. Unless you block me, we going. Let me see. Who, let's see. No T? Oh, yeah, that's a good brew. But you got some brewed up after the broadcast. Go on, brew it up now. You know they have those little hot tea things that keep it cold or hot for 12 hours or 10 hours. Some of them might be 8. I don't know. Knowing the government, they probably got some shit that'll keep your tea hot for 3 days. But it's a wonderful investment. They're between $10 and $15 at Walmart and places like that. But then you can have your shit steeping overnight right at bedside and pop the top fresh in the rising. Nas, did I hit the wrong button? Nas, I must have. Let me try this again. Oh, show in the hell did. They won't even let me. Hold on, no, I'm gonna invite my sister. Okay, Nas, where you at? You want me to leave you alone? Just decline it and tell me to stop playing with you. Because if your ass hit yes, your ass is live. If your ass accepted, your ass is live. Alright. While you playing. Yeah. While you playing. Oh. Okay. I had. Oh, you ready? Okay.
Had to get turned on. Had to get my shirt on.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Alright. That's peace. Send me your address and shit. Let me go ahead and hook you up. You goddamn came through for me then. You goddamn came through. Okay, I love you. Alright, peace. Hey. Bob done came through. Okay, I'm trying to exit out. I got to learn how to do that part now. I'll figure that shit out. I'm God. Okay, I love you. Alright, here we go. And that's peace. Alright, and Nas, I forgot to tell you one more other thing. You're going to be tagged on the video now. Yeah. Now it says, I was live, and I was going to say we was live together. I'm just giving you a heads up, because sometimes catfish come for me. So if you get an excessive amount of friend requests from naked women, or you get dick pics today, I apologize. I apologize for that ahead of time, okay? I'll do the best I can tell you is if they send you a dick pic, sis, just tell them to heal themselves. Ask them, is it toxic? When a man asks you about your zodiac, ask him what's his pH balance. It's the best I can tell you. I love you. That's peace. I got you. All right. That's peace. So, yeah. Be sipping your tea. I know my sister held up a box of tea and not a glass, and she was wiping her eyes, and she had on one of the big bitch bonnets. She wasn't no big bitch, but she did have on one of the bonnets. But that's peace, though. That's peace too. Because she held up that box with intent, didn't she? She intended to get her fucking prize. Huh. And so she shall. Oh, I love my team. Straight up. Okay. Hopefully we sipping our teas though, really. And also doing our journaling. I was just talking to Say last night. I'm always talking to Say last night. Yeah, I was talking to him last night about different practices in the book. One of them, the chant. All right, if you have the book, you can look on page 29. And it's bullet 7, chanting Hesse. All right, I'm gonna be like church. When you get there, say Amun Ra. Okay, no, really, page 29, and chanting Hesse. Right. From the first language, Medu Neter, 4 times. Nukpu Interhimit, Nukpu Interhimit, Nukpu Interhimit, Nukpu Interhimit. I am a sacred woman. Now, let me tell you something. Every day, if it were just me and I wasn't going live, it might be difficult, honestly. I might fall into my normal life, my regular matrix, midway, stagnant life of not doing what I'm supposed to do. Thanks to you, I speak affirmations over myself and you every day. Thanks to you. If it wasn't for you, I might be stuck in my life or accidentally fall back in my life where the first time I speak, the first time I speak intimately in the day is to bless someone else for food that I bought myself or prepared myself or whatever the fuck. That's the first intimate thing I have to say that day is a grace, not an affirmation. That's my old life. Because of you, because I want to speak over myself before I speak to you. Because I want to ask Mother's guidance. I told you before, I anoint my womb. I ask for an open heart, an open mind, a clear throat, an all-seeing eye. I ask for clarity and clairvoyance and discernment. I speak affirmations over myself before I come to you. And then I speak the affirmations over you. The same one you hear every day. I am a distinctive, beautiful flower and a healing herb with a heart, a mind, breasts, buttocks, and a womb. I come with sacred earth medicine to heal myself. Now, this is how the power of words work. If I didn't do anything except say every day, I come with sacred earth medicine to heal myself. Every day, from not saying it any day, okay? I've gone 30 years and I've not said I'm a healer. I'm a self-healer at all, ever. And then every day I say, every day, I am a self-healer. I am a self-healer. I am beautiful. I am distinctive. I am a self-healer. I am beautiful. I am distinctive. I am a self-healer. You got to know that you're changing your frequency. You got to know that you're changing what you're putting in. So to speak the affirmations every day is necessary. I slipped into a life of sacred woman by going through the motions. Before I knew, like I said, when I first came to Sacred Woman, Sky Mother was nuts, not newt. Primordial Waters was a nun and not noon. It took going through it though. You just continue to say it just like a baby. You know, you're going to say ka, ha, ha, ha. You're going to say ha for months before a nigga actually give you a cup. You're going to push that ha. Eventually, once you get that puh out, you're going to get your cup. And that's what's happened. When you speak, read aloud, speak. You got to speak. You got to push that shit out. You can't think it. Speak it. Motherfucker, you hold the door for somebody. Do you want them to think thank you or you want them to speak? Speak. Open your mouth. Speak. When you speak over yourself, you change yourself. I gave him the example last night. I'm like, I really and truly believe I've seen it. If you didn't change your eating habits and you didn't change your exercise habits, but you said every day, all day long, and when I say all day long, I mean as often as you think about eating or snacking or drinking, before you eat, snack, or drink, whenever you see somebody else eat, snack, or drink, if every single time you say, I'm so glad that my body only chooses healthy things now. It's amazing how the weight is just falling off of me. It's amazing how my blood pressure has regulated. It's amazing how the migraines are going away. I give thanks. Fake it till you make it. Say that shit every day. I promise you. Eventually, you won't listen. You do that shit for a week, and you might find out that you ain't been to the vending machine nearly as many times. If consciously things are hard for you to do, if you be like, I struggle with willpower now. I ain't struggle with that now. I ain't got commitment issues now. Listen, consciously you have commitment issues. Your subconscious ain't struggling at all. Your subconscious committed to every fucking thing. Your subconscious so committed to shit. When you consciously tell your subconscious to let some shit go, subconscious be like, I ain't ready yet. And that's peace. Learn to use the will of your subconscious. When your conscience will is not enough, use your subconscious. It is what your enemy does. They cannot consciously kill you, and so subconsciously they successfully do. Peace and Power Nas, that's damn good. On the cigarettes, like, that's damn good. I'm real proud of you. I'm not just saying that shit. You worth it. And I'm gonna tell you what, you smell different since you stopped smoking. Your skin look different. You smell different. Your hair smells different. Your breath smells different. Your clothes smell different. Your home smells different. Your car smells different. Your purse smells different. And them just the changes that we around you appreciate. Yeah. You're beautiful. You look like a healer. You sound like a healer. Yeah, anytime I see you, some in me subconsciously want to be you. That's because my conscience don't know yet that we reflections of one another. That's peace. It is. Garbage in, garbage out. This is how it works. It's not just with banking. You can only fucking withdraw what you deposit. That's it. You don't get the luxury. This is not a fucking Netflix original series. You don't get the luxury the luxury. You don't get the luxury of eating. You don't get the luxury of feeding poison to your mind, body, and spirit all day long. And in the end of the night, put you on a big bitch bonnet, pick you up a Sacred Woman book, and be like, Nook, Poo, and Tara. Hey. Actually, you could. It's just a very slow process that way. It's much different than when you actually do the work. And that's what the journey is. Being who we've prayed to. Yeah. Being who we've prayed to. We ain't got to ask God. We ain't got to ask God to get these thighs off us. We can do the work ourselves now. So that's peace. Do the chants. Do the affirmations. Do the prayers. And then lastly, again, I was telling Say, because his altar is in his heart. His altar is in his heart. And this is the first time that he's had an altar, a physical altar. So I don't think he really yet grasped what altar work is, or for not even my altar work, but what his own baseline for altar work is. I'm just excited about it because I know that altar work changes. It changes us. And for me, when I say it, that means I'm going through the motions, okay? I didn't just come sit over here to do one thing. If I just go sit at the altar just to pray, or just to cry, or just to write, or just to work, that's one thing. If I go to the altar and I'm about to do everything, I'm about to pull out all my stops, that's work. For me, that's work. But one of the most important things that I started to do before I knew the power of it is, and it's also got to do with speaking, is libation. That's on page 28, if you need a reminder. A libation is an act of pouring a liquid, such as water or spirits, as a holy offering to the one creator or an ancestor. It's honoring, just like the rapper showed you. Pour out a little liquor, same thing. Except water is for reconciliation. Liquor is fiery, or to ignite. That's what it is. And then, what we missing? Wine. Peace and power, LaJoya. Peace and power. The middle. I don't remember much about wine either. I remember it's the middle, So, water is reconciliation or creation. Hard liquor is fiery, to ignite or cement, to make something concrete, to protect it or affirm it, And yeah, you kind of know what the elements You know what the elements are, but what they taste like. Shit, they taste the same to you. They taste to the spirits. Speaking of, oh, okay, I got a good pop quiz, and it'll be kind of like Black History. Hold on. Sorry, got something. I got you, Nas. Nas, make sure you send me your address and shit. Alright. First person who could tell me what this is. I mean, I know it's an earwang and shit. It's definitely that. But who can tell me what that is? Who that is? Alright? I'll show you again in a minute. It's going to give you opportunities. So the first person who know, tell me. If you want to get a screenshot and cheat and goddamn phone a friend, I wouldn't even be mad at you. Alright. Alright, here we go. She said something to do with the root chakra. I'll tell y'all at the end of the read. I'm about to get on to it so we don't get too distracted. If I be done sat here and done my Oprah and be done gave away my whole shit, be like, look, all right, the next person that can tell me what's at the top of page 51 will get a brand new 4-year-old. What the fuck? How the fuck you have a brand new 4-year-old? Queen Mother says she do libation in the weed rap, baby. Honey, we don't fuck around, okay? We God around here. Yeah, and that just speak back to intent, you know? Just speak back to intent, and just like I feel about blood sacrifices, I don't care what anybody say to me. I feel like a blood sacrifice, like, look, I can make a sacrifice and give you some blood and shit, nigga. I did it for the plasma people for a long time. You don't have to fucking kill me or no dog or no horse or no shit like that. The fuck are you doing? I'm vegan. We not gonna eat that shit. That's wasteful. So somebody might feel the same about pouring out a little liquor. I mean, shit, I know myself a few Orishas that would be like, that's an offering. But, you know, I sometimes partake of the offerings. And not in a bad way either. I've offered candy to, one particular Orisha. I had to go back and eat it for healing. For healing. Tootie taught me that. Tootie taught me when you eat the offerings off the altar, they for healing. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's that brand new 4-year-old I was trying to package up and get to you. They come with shots and wig vouchers. Nah, she really don't come with none of that shit. All right, here we go. Dang. Just do your work. Like I said, for me, the libation was amazing. And keep going. The libation was amazing. The libation was amazing. My relationship with people that have passed is different. Like, I don't know how else to put that. I used to cry all the time. I would cry because I miss my Aunt LaShandria. I would cry because I miss my Aunt Lavette. I would cry because I miss my best friend Marty. I would cry because cancer took all of them. I would cry because cancer took 2 of them in a 3-month span. I would cry, like, listen. Now I don't have to cry. Like, yeah, I cried when I lost my children. Now I know their asses ain't lost. They ain't lost. You know, all the family members that we be talking about, oh, you know, I lost my mama. No, I lost my mama. I had lost my daddy back when I had lost. Nigga, they not lost. I found them. They're at the altar. Build you one. Pour a little lick out. Puff your little weed out and ask them to come through. They will. And their voices will sound the same as they did. Just listen. Just listen. They say your people not gone. Your people not dead. Like, fuck, I don't, listen. They're not. You here? Okay, then they here. If you're here, they're here. You just have to learn to see them differently. Their form has changed, so you'll have to learn to see them differently. You'll have to learn now to hear them differently. But if you're looking for them, and if you're listening for them, they'll be there. They'll be there. I was trying to get Zion to understand why it's important to listen to the inner voice. She don't get it when I say that's the loudest one. Right. But I did yesterday. I said, say your name out loud. And she's like, Zion. Okay, now say your name in your head. It's like, okay, now you got to tell me when you finish now. It's not like I can hear you. She's like, okay, mommy. I said it. I'm like, okay. Now yell your name. It's like, Zion. All right, now yell it even louder than that in your head. And she say, I'm done. It's okay. Now let's turn up some music. Turn on some music. Turn up some music. And say, all right, now, let me hear you say your name. Say, Zion. Let me hear you whisper your name. Zion. All right, now let me hear you yell your name loud as you can again. Zion. Okay. Now, let me turn this all the way up. Now, I want you to say your name. Say, what? Say your name. What? I want you to say your name again as loud as you can while the music is up. Zion. Say, okay, turn it down. Did you hear yourself that time? She's like, no, I couldn't hear you either. Now watch this. Turn that joint all the way back up. Now I want you to scream your name as loud as you can in your head this time and tell mommy when you're done. Oh, you done? Could you hear it that time? You could. That's peace. So the voice in here is louder than the voice in here. That's peace. That's who you listen to. Right. That's the squeaky wheel. Oil that one. All right. Let's go ahead to page, we're going to finish this last little bit about the womb meditation at the bottom of page 51. Make sure I ain't missing no comments. All right, that's peace. Page 51. Womb meditation. I'm going to cover that right quick. I think this little anklet thing is hurting my leg. That might be what that is. Let's get this. Hold on. Hold on. Now let's leave that on. You might need it. Yeah, let's not take that off yet. All right, here we go. Here we go. Womb meditation. So hopefully you're not on the big bitch bonnet syndrome and you're actually on your shit. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Oh, well, that's peace. My grandfather came to me in a dream with my mother years ago and said to me he was as alive as I am. My mother stood behind him and said nothing. She never before had come to me. I was so happy. See what I'm saying? I'm just mad they told you it was crazy and shit. This is how our family do us. You be like, Spirit led me to do this, and I talked to Granddaddy. Your granddaddy been. We lost our granddaddy in '97. You get to come at you and talk to your granddad and shit, and people are gonna disown you. You're not allowed to hear the voice of anybody but Jesus in 2017. They will ban your ass from your blood family. For real. The only ancestor you can goddamn pour a libation to is to Jesus. Okay? As they would have it. But we getting free. And the more free you are, when you've practiced Western ways, unbeknownst to you or knowingly, whatever the case, you've practiced Western ways. And when you sit back and assess your life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the old, the present, and the next, at this point, you have a manifestation of their work, of their guide, right? You did it their way, and what you're looking at now is a manifestation of that way. There's another way, and when you start to do it this way, you will start to see new manifestations, and it will become very clear to you without a doubt why you and your magic had to be separated to such a degree. It becomes very obvious. Like I said, and I'm sorry to give you the same examples over and over. The very first time they were talking about putting Harriet Tubman on the money, and I was like, oh, the coon coins. That shit was so entertaining to me. Oh, the coon coins. Oh, yes. I can't wait to take a Harriet Tubman to the weed man and be like, yeah, boy, let me get a Tubman. You know, it was all funny, haha. And I had been, because I love Harriet Tubman, and had identified with her on more than one occasion, seen her in dreams, and even saw her feet on my ankles. Yeah, but none of these things, because I wasn't there yet in my enlightenment, none of these things registered to me as her communicating with me. When I went on my little rampage joking about the coon coins and stuff, not that Harriet didn't have a sense of humor also. It's just that we don't fuck around with the fuck around. Some stuff is not shits and giggles, especially when you're an influential person. When you're to whom much is given, much is required. So maybe some Joe on the block can joke about coon coins. Maybe the weed man that I was talking about can joke about coon coins. But when my approach was definitely in reprimand, way I was approached was definitely in disappointment. Like they're gonna put my face on a symbol of capitalism. And the best you can do, rather than educate people, is shuck and fucking jive. And that's the message I got. Except the language wasn't the same. It wasn't anything like mine. I remember going live as soon as I could, because I was so shaken and so touched. That was the first time. That was the first time I could hear and see at the same time. It wasn't shit for me to have to sit down and decipher. I didn't have to wonder who I'm talking to or who I'm looking at. I didn't have to wonder what I was hearing or what I was feeling. It wasn't like a movie. I didn't have to wonder which wall and world I'm stuck between. No, it was just like a great-great-great-grandmother just like my great-grandmother or my grandmother talked to me. Yeah, in love and in seriousness, right? And because she's charged me with work, like I said, some reprimand. But either way, I told you, in order for you want somebody to listen. People gotta call your name to get your attention. Call the names of the people who you need their attention. Your mama, just because you feel like you lost your mama feel like she lost you. Okay? I get it. Your mother was buried 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And you've been saying for a very long time how you lost your mother. I want you to understand that your mother been hanging out at somebody else's altar since you don't have one, telling them how she lost your ass. Because she's still checking for you every day. But you just crying every day, every other day. Or having good days or bad days. Or sometimes you'll smell your mama perfume or this. Talk to your goddamn mama. Stop playing. She been trying to talk to you. On them hard days, them days you be like, this is a real rough one right here. I'm really fucked up with my mama today. Yo, them the days when your mom is really fucked up too. Them the days when mama really need to hear you call out her name. She really need to hear you pour a libation of praise and adoration. Ashe. That's peace. Remember, you built in their image. If you feel it, they feel it. All right, womb meditation, because I've been rambling for feel like an hour. 40 minutes, close to. All right, womb meditation, page 51. After you've explored your womb journal questions, remember to perform the following meditation. Sit quietly on your cushion or in a comfortable chair. Close your eyes. Take several deep breaths as you place your hands over your womb and attune to her. Okay. Brothers, you with me? It's a meditation. Stop trying to elude yourself because you don't have no uterus, baby. It's a meditation in a journal, bro. Stop fucking around. Come get this healing, okay? That's peace. Yeah, I ain't asking you to tell me you're a distinct, beautiful flower and shit with a healing herb in the heart, but I do expect you to know that the self-healing journey is something you qualify for too. It's something we all in need of. Because, brothers, it's going to be hard out there when all the sisters get sacred and you still out here offering toxic dick to them. Oh, no, no, no. They're going to be like, oh, big dick, that's so 90s. Nigga, is the motherfucker clean, my nigga. No, I'm not talking about soap clean, nigga. I'm talking about, is the semen clean, my nigga? Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all just want to get pregnant. We just want a baby. Alright. Okay. I'm just going to read. Man. I love y'all. We're going to get it together eventually. So you're going to sit quiet. In your mind's eye, see yourself entering into your womb or your center, walking around. What do you see? What do you feel now that you've been doing all this internal womb exploration? How's your body feeling? How's your womb feeling? Shout out to my sister Adron. I love you, sister. I'm proud of you. Scan yourself. Do you feel better or worse? More or less hurt? What is your sense of yourself at this moment? Affirm, my womb and I are loving partners on the path of the sacred woman. Loving partners on the path of sacred woman. From devastation to sweet inspiration. Hold on, let me get me some music going. Hold on, let me turn it down. Alright. Oh, Great Rising, Lonnie Love, Great Rising, Christopher, Great Rising. Alright, so we're picking up on page 52 now, if you just joined us. Page 52, from devastation to sweet inspiration. I don't usually do the trigger warning thing. I don't usually go through all of those hoops for you. I love you. I don't fail to say trigger warning because I'm an asshole. It's because life don't offer trigger warnings. I don't want to create a space for you I don't want to create a simulated world for you when the world you in is already simulated. Okay? I don't want to offer you another mask or another blanket when you've already had them for this long. So no, I don't do trigger warnings. All right? This is the last thing I'm going to say relative to this for long. This is why it's necessary. From devastation to sweet inspiration are stories from other sacred womb circles. All right? Right after this portion is a portion called I Cry a River of Tears. I Cry a River of Tears. If you've ever seen that movie For Colored Girls, I think it was called. And there was one particular part where the sisters were standing around, and I don't remember what they were doing, but they were like saying something to each other. I remember being moved by it. It was a long time ago. But matter of fact, let's find out. I forgot. We got the internet. Yes, let's see. For Colored Girls. Let's see. Circle scene. Let's call it that. Let's see if we can find that. Great Rising, Kimberly Dixon. Great Rising. Alright, hold on. Oh, you know what? I remember what it was now. They were saying, my love is to this to be thrown in my face, or my love is to this to be that, or something like that. Y'all remember that? No? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna find it. I need it. So give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. We coming. All right. Were they on the roof? Are they on the rooftop when they did that? My love is too... Yes. All right, let me show you. Hold on, I'm going to show you. Let me...
The Glass Castle is a memoir about my childhood.
All right, hold on. You hear an ad right now. I'm trying to give myself some time.
I called the book The Glass Castle because Dad never did build us a big fancy house, but
I don't want to use that.
he gave me something more valuable,
I want to make it big.
and that was home.
All right, let me show you something.
If a parent gives you that, you're lucky.
All right, hold on. It's a minute. What the hell? Can you hear it?
My love is too beautiful to have thrown back on my face. True. I like that.
Can you hear that?
What? Well, I do it all the time in my class. You just say, my love is too, and then you fill in the blank.
My love is too sanctified to have thrown back in my face.
All right, now,
My
see?
love is too magic to have thrown back in my face.
My love is too complicated to have thrown back on my face.
My love is too music to have thrown back on my face. My love is too Saturday night to have thrown back on my face.
Yes, and you remember that when a man tries to walk off with all of your stuff.
I know that's right. Or saying sorry a million times.
All right. That's it. We don't have to do the whole minute. I just wanted you to one that was a plug, okay? One that was a gem, all right? That was a lot of symbolism. Yeah, it was nighttime. Yeah, it was a circle of gods, and they was on the rooftop. It was not fucking around. They wanted you to catch all of that, okay? That's peace, too. So, my love is too sanctified. Listen, the point in a circle is because... there's so many breaks in us, you know. There's so many breaks. And a circle is seamless. There are no breaks. That's why the healing, I'm going to step out on a limb here and say it requires a circle. You are charged with healing yourself, but absolutely not by yourself. You understand that? You're charged with healing yourself, but not by yourself. The point in the circle, if you can imagine, is having arms that reach and don't let go. You've held hands in a circle before. You know, it done been a little punk ass circle where you done had to do some stretching and shit. One of the little punk ass Pentecostal churches or shit, Episcopal, whatever the fuck your church is called. You know, the little motherfucker with only 6 members. But y'all got chairs and shit in between you, trying to keep your little punk ass circle together. Look. A little child come in and they just want to stand right up under your hands, and that's not even allowed because it's a circle and there are no breaks in the circle. You've seen it. There's a mother with a newborn and her baby can't sit in the stroller or the car seat. If she hold her baby and she ain't got a free arm, then the person next to her will touch herself with a baby. But there's no break in the circle. Because we're so broken, we need a place where there is no breaks. You cannot heal with ease in the same place you got sick in. You didn't get sick in a circle. It was very broken where you were before. Maybe it was like a spiral or some shit. I don't fucking know. But you got a circle now so we can heal. And you got all of these plugs where they'll tell you about the importance of a sacred circle. So the practice that you saw, black women, using their voices, though. Using their voices and speaking affirmations. I heard my love is too music to be thrown in my face. My love is too sanctified. My love is too Friday night. Or Saturday night. Listen. It's the same thing. In this book, after Devastation and Sweet Inspiration, we'll get to I Cry a River of Tears, which is just like that, a circle of sisters where they acknowledge their womb hurt. Okay? Where they acknowledge their womb hurt. And that's important too, because we've gone without a voice for so long. We've gone without a voice for so long. It's crazy because you don't verbally tell yourself how beautiful you are and how smart you are and how fucking grand you are. You don't tell yourself those great things about yourself, but you probably do manage to tell yourself the fucked up things about yourself. You know? Release them. Release them so you don't have to do that. All right, let me keep pushing. Feels like time is flying. All right, here we go. From Devastation to Sweet Inspiration. My conscious introduction to my womb came when I had my first period at 13. I was totally unprepared for what was to come. The hour after my first issue of blood was the beginning of hell on earth for me. The throbbing, thrashing pain in my womb was overwhelming. The throwing up, the cramping, the moaning, the rolling in my mama's bed for comfort went on and on. By nightfall, I had completely lost it. I just wanted to take out my womb. I cried out, and my mother gave me a painkiller that put my womb to sleep. I was numb and lifeless, but I was at least able to breathe, and the pain was gone, temporarily. I just could not believe that I and every woman had been sentenced to such agony and would have to learn to live with this each month for 35 years or more. I would have done anything never to experience again what felt like war in my womb. I recall thinking in my young mind, I cannot wait until menopause when all of this pain will be over. Little did I know that I had to change my entire lifestyle in order to experience peace within my womb. To discover a womb with no pain, no cramping, no clotting, no pulling, no throbbing, or heavy bleeding, no 7 or 8 days a month. What a mess. My personal prayer request was for a quiet womb that spoke peace. By the time I was 18 years old, I had stopped eating all flesh and had become a complete vegetarian. That's when I ceased passing clots of blood. At 23, after the birth of my first child, came the true beginning of my journey to womb wellness. I learned to pack mud over my pelvis. The healing properties of the mud seeped into my womb and pulled out my pain. I drank bush tea of red raspberry and dandelion. I placed my legs up against the wall at a 45-degree angle to send healing energy throughout my womb. But by the birth of my second child, I had begun drinking green juices every day to strengthen my body temple, and I also began to develop my inner sanctum. Continuing on my journey of womb wellness, by the birth of my third child, I had begun to recite womb prayers for sweet inspiration. I thank the Creator for my renewed sacred attitude about my womb, my sacred seat. I am particularly grateful that through trial and tribulation, I ultimately connected to the voice of my womb. Over the years, that unfailing voice has become my divine protection and guide to a healthier, more vibrant life. All right. Let's see. All right. Okay. Making sure we making sure we good. We good. All right. Now you may wonder, with all I was doing, why I had to have 3 cesarean sections. When I was writing this book, that was the last thing I wanted to talk about. I was not proud of it because I started on all this so late. When you've been living in a toxic manner for so long and you're trying to be natural, you can't really be as natural as you'd like, as quickly as you'd like, because your body hasn't caught up to where it should be. All right. That's it. That's important. It's, Queen, you come the fuck through all the time, Queen. I appreciate you. I do. Right when she said that she had began to do mud packs or mud wraps around her pelvic area, and she would also have bush tea, I was thinking, if your ass have been eating Cookout, Zaxby's, and Chick-fil-A, and Wing and Thing all motherfucking week, then your cycle come on, and you get a cramp that snatched the spine out your back, and you decide to do a clay wrap, baby, it's going to be a real ass rap that day, because this shit ain't for the weak, okay? When you do one of these raps, one of these clay raps, it will draw the inflammation out. It will draw the toxins out, all right? It's going to get it. Listen, I'm trying to find a clean way to say this so you understand it. It draws out toxins. I guess, let me make it parallel to our old life, right? To our old life. Maybe not now, but when we were little and we would have pimples and shit, and Peace and Power, Robinson, Peace and Power. We have pimples and shit. They either give us Proactive or Noxzema or something, you know. And you put this cream on. But it didn't even matter, even if you just did soap. If you just put soap all over your face and you just let it dry and then you rinsed it. And just cleaning your face, more shit would come. You'd be like, what the fuck? More as you unclog the pores, you make way for the toxins to come out. Your body has been asking to self-heal. Your body been wanting to self-heal. It's been doing all the fuck it can to self-heal. It's just about whether or not now you're going to help it. You help it by eating Cookout and Zaxby's and shit, then putting on that clay pack, and all of those toxins are going to come out everywhere you put that clay. Everywhere you put that clay. Be afraid. It's going to come out. And it's going to be very real. And the only way to regulate it is to regulate what you put in. Garbage in, garbage out. Garbage in, garbage out. Now, although you're on a journey to getting cleaner, I don't want you to be like me. To be so over white medicine, to be so over Western medicine, to be so over the Matrix and the program, and to be so stigmatized by their lies and their murders, to be so many books away, like, fucking, it doesn't matter if we're talking about Helicels, Henrietta Lacks, it doesn't matter if we're talking about medical apartheid, it doesn't matter if we're talking about Tuskegee, it doesn't matter if listen, I don't want you to be like me and be so afraid of their medicines and their diagnosis that you don't use what you need to get you free. Like, one of my fingers swole up. Y'all know how I feel. I said I wasn't going to go to the doctor about shit. My finger had got as fat as you see that its skin is peeling. I had an infection there. Had slammed it in the door. I don't know. Felt like the necrotitis fasciitis. Felt like the bitch was about to roll the fuck off. It got fat as hell. Then 1 minute I could bend it, and I was like, okay, at least I can bend it a little more now. Then I go again, and it wouldn't go no further than this. It was just getting bigger and bigger. When I actually stopped and sat down and did a body scan, that's where you go through each part of your body one at a time, so you can identify where the pain or the discomfort really and truly is. I realized that it wasn't just that finger hurting, it was the ones next to it also. Great rising, Doris. So that let me know that the infection was spreading, you know. So here I am. I'm doing my clay wraps. I'm doing my onion. I'm doing my detox teas and stuff. Like, I'm trying to get it out. And it's working because toxins are coming out every way they can. I got a bump on my face. I got a bump on my ass. It looked like pus was trying to come out around the side of the nail and around the base of the nail. So, like, as I'm doing all of my healing stuff, my body is trying to do it. I've used onion and clay to draw all the toxins to a central place. And now my body, my pores are trying to push the toxins out. But there's not enough space for them to exit. Now at this point, I say for 30 years I ate fucked up. It's a lot of process. Shit, last week I had a tortilla shell and wasn't nothing vegan about it. There are still toxins in my body. Even the vegetables I buy have been manipulated. There are still, no matter how hard I work, there are going to be toxins in my body. The thing is, no matter how hard I work against my body will still fight me back and try to defend itself. My body wants to survive. So as I sat there with 3 sausage fingers instead of 1, it was hurting so bad. I was like, say, I gotta go. You gotta take me to the emergency room. You have to. And the whole way there, I'm crying. I'm beating me up because I feel like a traitor. Like, how can I betray black people? How can I betray myself? How can I dare go here? Like, I know these folks gonna charge me $400 for a Band-Aid. I know they about to try to get blood from me. I got all these things in my mind about what they about to do. They about to try to take my melanin. I'm going in there about a finger infection, and I'm gonna walk up out that bitch with a hysterectomy. These motherfuckers are the devil. I get in there. These motherfuckers want no blood at all. I tell her, I'm asking questions. I'm asking questions and getting the information I need. All of this when I've been fighting this. I don't want to go to no hospital because fuck them people trying to kill me. Do I think you should go hang out at the motherfucker? No. Do I think they can be trusted? No. But was I able to use it to my advantage? Because I haven't been on this path my whole life. And it's going to take my body a while to catch up with my mind. My mind is nukpu and drahimit. My body is nunk. What you say now? What nunk? I got the nunk part. Yeah. That's my body. Not quite there yet. So I was able to learn that, I was able to learn about different chemicals they use for irrigation. Found out one of them, I think, is called sodium chloride. It's funny because I saw that in one of them sodium chloride. The bottle says for irrigation. I think it must be like a saline. Just know what they tell me. But I also did notice that ingredient in one of them little tummy juices or a bug juice. You know, the cute little juice joints you get for your children. Yeah. But I also asked her, what scalpel are you using? I watch Nip Tuck, so I know what scalpels they have to use to cut faces and titties. I know what scalpel they use for a C-section. Can you tell me what scalpel number you're going to use to do the incision on my finger? Number 11. Plug. Going on the internet. Let a finger get fat again. I'll be cutting that bitch on my own. But anyway, I'm telling you this because I don't want you to hurt yourself in trying to heal yourself. Okay? I don't want you to hurt yourself in trying to heal yourself. Being a self-healer means utilizing all your resources and all your tools. Okay? All your resources and all your tools. Everything you do, do it intuitively. Do it intuitively. That way you stay a step ahead. All right. You've been living in a toxic manner for so long and you're trying to be natural. You can't really be as natural as you'd like, as quickly as you'd like, because your body hasn't caught up to where it should be. So, in this case, Queen's womb wasn't really ready then. I just want to say this too for whatever sister might be watching. Like the home birth. We know you done got free and shit and you on your Ife shit. Fuck modern medicine. But you was just eating Taco Bell and you 6 months pregnant. Your body is not ready for a home birth. Okay? Your body is not ready for a home birth. If you didn't have a holistic mindset in life before conception so that you created a safe and clean environment to grow the baby. If that didn't happen before conception, and then the environment while you carried the baby was that same cleanliness and holiness was maintained, then to try to do a home delivery without having all your security peoples in place could be very dangerous and problematic. It could be deadly for you and or the baby, and unclean. So do what you can in your natural healing, but be mindful that our minds move as fast as light. Our bodies, not so much. Okay, so Queen says she had 3 C-sections. While she was writing the book, she didn't want to talk about that. But she'd been living in a toxic manner for so long. And so when you're trying to be natural, it takes your body a while to catch up. So my womb wasn't really ready just then. Also, at that time, my body and I were part of mainstream society. I went the route of the status quo from birth to age 18. But that was a blessing. I say every lesson is a blessing, and this would enable me to go deeper and to begin to heal myself as a prelude to my initiation as a sacred woman. My experience has made it possible for me to help so many other women not to have to go through what I went through. We all learn from our past, and we grow from our past. And we learn that when we share our lessons with others, we can transform them into blessings. All right, here we go. All right. Yeah. See, then got a little cool. All right, sharing our stories. I'm going to share one story. And then I'm going to I'm going to share one story and then I'm going to close out. And we'll pick back up tomorrow. All right, so if you just joined us, page 53. Stories from the Sacred Womb Circle. The first and last story that we'll do today is Maria. As I began my womb journal work, I realized that I never thought about my womb. I probably was in a state of avoidance from the time my period started. I never had a conversation with my mother because my mother never had a conversation with me, except for the fact that my period started on graduation day. Mother called me at school after the nurse called her and said, go to the bathroom and check. And I went, and it wasn't traumatic, it wasn't huge, but it had happened. And when I came home, there was a box of Kotex on my bed. My mother had anticipated this moment, but that was it. That experience informed my teenage years at a time. Yes, that experience informed my teenage years at a time when one just did not talk about these things very much, or people like my mother didn't talk about them very much. She didn't even know whatever it is you should know, how not to get pregnant, nothing. So I was just sort of out there on my own. When that happens and you're a teenager, you're really vulnerable to a lot of things, especially not knowing how to handle relationships. Being someone who always read and loved words, I looked to magazines to fill me in on what I didn't know. At 17, I was always reading those little Kotex ads. They always had questions and answers. That's about as much as I could find out. And of course, when you have relationships knowing so little, you have some pretty traumatic experiences. Mine were not abusive. They were more self-abusive because I had to have an abortion. I remember traveling to New York from Philadelphia because New York was the only place that I could find someone to do an abortion. When I think back to the horror of that experience, I don't know why I'm still here. No one told me what to expect. No one ever said, okay, you go here and this happens and then you go home and this is what happens after that, which is traumatic. Still, throughout my life, and it's now some 40 years later, I've had a very positive experience with myself and with trying to maintain varying degrees of wellness. Naturally, you get off the track. You're always going to do better, and you're always not going to have that extra glass of wine and all this. These are things I like to accomplish during my lifetime so I can pass on some wisdom to my daughter. Ironically, my daughter called me yesterday from Tennessee to tell me that she was having this terrible flow of her period. She was just having an awful time, and what should she do? And I said, hang in there, we'll get you some help. She was very scared. She said she hadn't had a period for 3 months, and I said, well, why didn't you say anything? She was afraid to. So this will be useful to me, and useful to my daughter, and useful to my other daughter, who was with me every day throughout this ordeal. So that's just a part of the story. Mothers learning and sharing with their daughters in ways that our mothers could never share with us. All right. So we have discussed that before too. The conversations that we don't have with our daughters, the conversations that we don't have with our sons. And it makes me emotional every time I talk about it, but you know my position. And that's just because of my upbringing. And it's not just mine, fucking generally. These motherfuckers had a big ass bear in a fucking costume, Smokey the Bear or some shit. Motherfucker was talking about forest fires, if I'm not mistaken. You warned me about forest fires. And strangers. But not rapists. Not hitman lovers. No. Stop it, I say. Stop it, I say. Let's stop fucking playing with our children. Okay? Let's stop fucking playing with our children. Listen. Iron Man's a very entertaining fucking hero. Really. But son, you're so much fucking more than Iron Man. You really are. You're Iron Man. What are you saying? Alright. Yes. We should. How? How do you talk to somebody about something nobody fucking talked to you about? I don't know. You just start. But relationships, that's a really important one. We don't talk to our children about relationships. Or, like I said, yeah, a lot of times we will say how we'll say what, listen, we'll tell our daughters, a man, all he thinking about is sex, you know, or if he do this, all he want is sex. If he do this, we'll tell them what the red flags are, but you don't tell them what the white flags are. You don't tell them what the green flags are. We have to give our children more. And if we don't know, again, that's the point of having a circle where arms are reaching, don't let go. If it's something that's difficult for you to talk about, you don't have to talk about it. Create a space where there's someone who your child can talk to about it. That's the point in having a circle, so we help each other. Let me make sure there's nothing else in this passage that I'm missing before I give you the affirmation and get out of here. So yeah, about the period, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. It really is a lot. I told you, it's tangent after tangent after tangent. It's never with intent. It just happens that way because the period products, the maxi pads, the tampons that are made with this recycled cotton, they're made with recycled cotton. They're toxic. They're dirty. They make you dirty, you know. And kind of like a hotel room. When somebody sell you something that's new or is clean, who measured the level of cleanliness? Okay. So by my mother's standards or my grandmother's standards, ain't no hotel room gonna be clean if everything in here ain't done been bleached down. Yes, I said bleach. That's according to how my grandma get down. But according to federal hotel regulations, they don't have to wash that top cover but once a year. Listen. All right, fam. Talk to your babies about how to eat clean so we can minimize the pain and suffering. I was going to say during the period. But that's the gem that carry through. Talk to our children so we can minimize their pain and suffering. There are perils that they've been promised that we cannot save them from. Perils are evils or grave dangers. There are perils they've been promised that we cannot save them from. But there are many that we could. Like I said, when I changed the way I eat, eventually my cycle in less than a year went from 12 days to 2 hours, and I was able to practice what's called free bleeding, where I don't wear anything. It's some spotting, and that's just peace. So I'll probably go through a couple pair of panties on Yeah, they got one. It's they got another one too called Angel or something. I don't know. One of them, it might be Cherish. One of them is not made here in the States. Both of the ones that I know of are black owned, but one of them is here in the States and one of them is not. I'll try to get the names of them today for you, if you remind me. And after I get a nap and after I cuddle, because it's his birthday and I should be in bed right now. But as it turns out, I didn't want you up and in class and then I don't fucking be here. So here we go. Relationships. Talk about relationships. Definitely talk about relationships with our children. Because when you don't know about relationships, you have pretty traumatic experiences. One of the things that I learned early, very early, because my mother did teach me a lot about relationships. I'm thankful because my mother taught me a lot about a lot of things. My mother told me when I was dating this one guy, she was like, okay, this is why I'm concerned. What you talking about? Okay, I got you. I'm dating this guy, and she's like, this is why I'm concerned. We see less of you since you've been with him. You seem to depend on him, like you work, but you bring all your money home and he pay all the bills. All right. You have a car, but he drives the car. All right. The things he needs typically do come first. You have family things. He don't come. You got to stop by your mama house. He sit in the car. This kind of thing. So my mama would say to me, listen, this looks like abusive relationships look. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This man ain't never, what the fuck are you talking about? Because he don't want to be in here. I'm just going to take his plate outside at the cookout. Maybe he just want to sit in the car for 2 hours. Yeah. So mommy say, listen, when a man puts you in a position to depend on them, right? They put you in a position to depend on them, and they're not even dependable. And then they separate you from your family and your friends, or isolate you. They get you to move farther away, you know, or spend less time with. She's like, these relationships usually end up abusive. At the one time you realize you miss your family, or you feel like you're losing you, or you don't have any control in anything that happens, that's when they usually lose their shit. Okay? And I didn't believe her. I couldn't understand that. Yeah, so there I was in a relationship where I was with a man who would slick tell me every day how he the best thing that's ever happened to me. How I'm a beautiful woman, but if it wasn't for him, my life probably wouldn't be as grand. Okay? Driving my car, dropping me off at work on the baby boy shit. I'm going to be there an extra hour. I might as well do some overtime because he don't never pick me up in time. He going to pick me up. All the weed going to be gone, but him and his partner's going to be high. My car and my house going to smell like weed. You know how that shit go. He going to be sitting around drinking and shit. And I'm going to be too embarrassed to have my family and friends over. Because they going to know that I'm the only one working. He don't work. Every time he over here bumming and fucking slumming. So I'm now ashamed of him. So I keep myself away from my family. Sure enough, just as mama said. Just as mama said, he would be abusive. You know, I still remember, I don't even remember for what I remember the first time he put his hands on me. Like, I remember him choking me. I said, I don't remember shit but losing air. I'm sure it was something I said, because it's not like I'm the type of person that would have done something or thrown something. I'm sure it was something I said that probably got him turned up. I don't fucking know. I don't remember. I wish I did so I could tell you how simple the shit was, but no matter. He put me on the wall and held like this. And yeah, this shit happened fast. I don't even know. What the fuck is happening. And it wasn't until like I started to lose air. Yeah, like we done all been, no, wait a minute. Maybe we haven't all been sex choked, but okay, fuck that. We grown here. We done all been sex choked. You know, so, okay, I know this ain't no sex choke. I know he ain't about to give me no dick, but maybe that's just, it ain't gonna, but say, once I couldn't breathe, once I felt myself fighting to stay alert, once I felt myself fighting to stay alert, I understood what my mother said. I didn't listen, but I understood right then what she said. I understood right then what she meant. This could not happen if he knew I could take care of me. If he knew that at any point in time, I don't need shit from him, my self-sustenance is real, then this would not have happened. If he knew that at any point in time, my mama or my sister gonna come by, or if he knew that in an hour I'm about to stop by my mama house, this could not have happened. This could not have happened. Oh no, I've healed from my traumas. Yeah, I've healed from that trauma. I got whole new traumas to heal from. Yeah, that's been a long time coming. So shit though. It's because my mama told me. And even with the healthy eating, some of the things people won't receive until it's time. Like my baby ate. She say, Mom, I like when you make the carrot hot dog thing, but I like the cancer hot dog better. The regular ass cancer hot dog. My sister say the same thing. I like hot dogs. I know you don't like cancer hot dogs, but I like hot dogs with ground up minced pig and dog hair and shit. She like, fuck you. That's what I like. And that's pieces. When you have fibroids, when you have a prolapsed womb, when you have all of these medical issues, when they tell you that you have diabetes, when they give you a prescription for hypertension, where they give you a migraine medicine, you will already be armed with the way to self-heal. Just like my daughter and told me she like cancer hot dogs. I'm saying that's peace too. So those things you like, do they feed fibroids or do they starve fibroids? And she knows. So even if she eat completely fucked up, by the first time a cramp wrap around her spinal cord, she'll understand where the fuck she went wrong. And that's peace. That's peace. Got to get it where you can. So let's make sure we're talking to our children about relationships, about red flags, about our experiences. If we're transparent, will help us. For the life of me, like I said, I got a video out there called, might have been like, sis, this why I ain't tell you I caught your daughter sucking my son dick, or something like that. It's worth watching, because I'm not about to tell, like, you ain't telling your child your secrets. All that shit you talking about, oh, I'm grown, it's because I'm grown. Nah, motherfucker, you ain't grown. Where have you grown? Now, you just 30, 40, or 50. You ain't grown still. So know what your thought you grown as. If you are not in a position to expose yourself and your vulnerabilities and your traumas and your truths to your children, then why the fuck should I be bashing them over the head to share their shit with you? Why do you feel that they're not compelled to share with you? Come on, fam. You lying talking about you graduated and shit. You ain't got a GED. Since you ain't never smoked weed. Well, high as a fucking kite. Listen. When we're transparent with our children, they're far more transparent with us. The way I'm transparent with you all, that's the way I am with my mother. She is with me. That's the way we are with our grandmother. So my grandmother was telling me the other day, a couple weeks ago now, she was like, grandbaby, the way y'all just really just open it up. Y'all just really talk. I'm like, what you mean, grandma? She was like, I was talking to your sister, and she was like, grandma, you ain't never had your butt ate? And I was like, I was so embarrassed that she would ask me that. My grandmother was like, I was so embarrassed that she would ask me that. Have I ever had my butt ate? And when I got embarrassed, she just kept telling me to go ahead and tell the truth, because I know that I have. If nothing else, she know that somebody done slipped on it and put the tongue on the ass. True story. Grandma wasn't ready. But that's how the fuck we get down. And it's necessary. It's necessary. What we don't know absolutely does hurt us, and it has for quite some time. What we don't know does hurt us. No, ask, talk, no, ask, talk, no, ask, talk. And remember to give more than you expect to receive. Give your children more of your stories than you expect to hear of theirs. Give them more of your secrets than you expect to hear of theirs. You'll be surprised. Remember what we said. You get out what you put in. All right? No deposit, no withdrawal. All right, that's it, family. That's it. I love you. Make sure you're journaling, you're having your tea, meditation, libation, no big bitch bonnet syndrome. Get your ass up. Get it together. All right, let's go. We can close out now. We're going to pick up tomorrow with more stories, and we should go right into I Cry a River of Tears. So I'm excited about tomorrow. Oh, I'm about to show you this. Anyway, one more time. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Alright, I gotta show you. Alright, hold on. Alright, hold on. This is so fire. Alright, I'm coming, y'all. I always get caught up when I see stuff like this. Alright, let me show you what I'm looking at. Oh, wait, hold on. Here we go. Right here. Here we go. That was it. Hold on right quick. Well, I was about to erase her comment and shit. Because she participated in shit, but she already got a fucking prize coming. Like, what the fuck? Alright, so. Oh, shit, Adrian. When I tell him you said that, he gonna be proud of you. Alright, look, though. This was so Nas got something for doing the Back to You Bob. and I'm just gonna send you a surprise. And someone else was supposed to tell me what this is, and I believe Lisa's Fragrance and Such got it. This is, oh, let me show you. You see, hold on, let me make sure I forget I'll be broadcasting on 2 places. Alright. Let me see, hold on, let me put my, so, there you go. That's peace. What's his name? Legba. Okay. So, here, let me put this in so you'll see this the same. Legba, Papa Legba. It, yeah, the pronunciation changes and shit. The spelling a lot of times too. But they all us. It's all you. It is all you. That's it. And Papa Legba opens the gateways. Alright? Open it up for you to talk to everybody else. Alright, that's peace. I'm about to show my other squad, and then we can ride on. Hold on. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna show you too. Alright. Papa Legba or Legwa. Alright, there we go. And these types of things help too. Looking up your old looking up old our ancient symbols and things. Okay? Our ancient symbols, hieroglyphs. You're programmed every fucking day anyway, baby. You really are. Every time you see McDonald's, you see a billboard, you are. So much so that if somebody put a stop sign in a random place where it didn't belong, you would probably stop and you wouldn't notice it until you had started again. Yeah, you're programmed. You are. You are. And so reprogram yourself. Our old symbols, our ancient languages, reawaken something in us that our subconscious remembers. Remember, the things that are too difficult for your conscious mind to do, your subconscious is probably damn good at. Let your subconscious do work. All right. I love you. I love you. I love you. Let me find my bell so I can ring out of here proper light. All right. I am a distinctive, beautiful flower and a healing herb with a heart, a mind, breasts, buttocks, and a womb. I come with sacred earth medicine to heal myself. All right. All right, y'all. Oh, peace. I'm about to get on out of here and celebrate the birthday. I'll see if I can get him to go live later on. So y'all take your bonnets off and shit so you can sing happy birthday to him. I want the Stevie Wonder version too. I don't want that punk ass 2-year-old version. I want the real shit. All right, I love you. Peace.